go to ALEC in New Jersey.
Hey, Mr. Mayor, it's an honor to talk to you today.
Oh, it's nice to talk to you too, Alec. What's up?
Listen, I host a podcast called First Class Fatherhood. I've had the pleasure of having Eric Trump on the show, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. And what I'm seeing going on here, Mr. Mayor, is that we got a serious fatherless crisis going on in our country. And in my opinion, I would argue that it's the biggest crisis we have going on right now. And it's responsible for a lot of the nonsense that we're seeing.
I think I know what you mean, but tell us what you mean by a fatherless crisis.
Well,
everybody understands.
Far too many children are growing up without a father or a father figure in their home, and
well, you know that the Black Lives Matter prefers that.
Well, this is what
they're in favor. They're in favor of destroying the nuclear family because to have a nuclear family suppresses women. I'm telling you the truth. It's in their literature. I'm not making something up. That they want to do away with the two-person family.
Yeah, I've read their open statement, and I think that creates even more of a catastrophe. So many people are supporting this, and I don't even think they realize that that's in their open statement that you can read right on their page. And I think nowhere is the fatherless crisis more in effect than in the black community. We're looking at 73% of African American kids are growing up with no father in the home, and everywhere we look in our society, and we see these high levels of crime, teenage pregnancy, suicide, teenage drug use, it all correlates with no father in the home. And I would love to see President Trump maybe get some type of council together for fathers, for families, to strengthen the family units in this country. If we can get our family units back together and stronger, and we can bring God back into focus, just those two things alone, Mr. Mayor, I think most of the problems we're seeing would start to dissolve quickly.
Well, you're absolutely, I agree with you 100%. You're absolutely right, and there's not even a question about it that it is much better for a child to have a mother and a father. I think you would have to be an idiot to say anything else. Can children survive and can children do well if there's a great mother who's single or a great father who's single? Yes. Is it more of a burden and is it less likely that it's going to be successful? That's also true. So yeah. I have no idea why they want to hurt children like that and destroy the nuclear family. But of course, let me add to the fact that they're Marxists, which means they're atheists. So the whole thing about God, God doesn't count. God's out. You just see what de Blasio and Cuomo did with God. The federal court had to lambaste them the other day in a court decision that entered an injunction because they're preventing people from going to church on the grounds that, COVID. But it was okay to protest. And when they asked de Blasio, stupid as a you-know-what, they asked him, he said, well, the protests are profound. Well, first of all, profound is not going to protect you from COVID, right? And religion's also profound, idiot, and protected by the First Amendment, even if you don't agree with it.
Right, and when it comes down to seeing these kids are out there tearing down statues, rioting, throwing bricks through windows, if that were one of my kids participating in that, he would have to pray that the cops caught him before I did. And these kids don't have that. They don't have that wait till your father gets home. And they're not hearing that. They don't have that. They don't fear no parental guidance. And it's really crushing all of our inner city communities.
You're absolutely right. And how would you? Just tell me. We agree on the problem. Tell me how you solve it.
Well, I think number one, you have to have more communities that reward families for staying together. We have to flood some of these communities with marriage counseling, with co-parenting counselors, and stuff like that. You have to try to change the way we portray fathers in movies and on TV. We always see the dad as that guy that's down, he's never having any fun, and we see that single guy, he's always glorified because he's sleeping around, he's having fun, no responsibility. We got to cut that out. We got to start promoting the father in a much better way. That's what I do on my show. I bring these guys on that have crushed it in life.
Tell us the name of the show, Alex.
It's called First Class Fatherhood. I would love to have you on, Mr. Mayor.
Well, you're going to have me on First Class Fatherhood, and how does somebody find it?
It's anywhere you can listen to podcasts, Apple, iTunes, Spotify.
So if I just go online and put down First Class Fatherhood, I'm going to get it?
You'll find me. Yep. Yeah, you'll definitely find it. I've had over 50 Navy SEALs on there, 4 Medal of Honor recipients. I've had everybody. Well,
I'd be honored to be on it. I'd really be honored to be on it. My kids are so important to me, and I'm very lucky because they turned out the way they did. But yeah, I remember when I was mayor, I was very busy, and I always feel guilty that I didn't have enough time for them. But my son reminds me that I went to every single one of his football games but one, and I went to all of his baseball games. The one I missed was the Saturday after September 11th. So he kind of forgave me for that.
I
tried very, very hard to be there for him, even though I was mayor. And I tried very hard to, bring him up the right way. Although sometimes I see families like that have 4 kids and 3 turn out great and 1 doesn't, and they were just the same with all 3 kids or all 4 kids. And I think there's also some will of God or luck, but I mean,
there's no
you're
doubt
absolutely
about that.
right.
There's no doubt about that, and I would just argue too.
Like, you know a lot more about it than I do, so tell me.
I have 4 kids myself, and each one of them require a different style of discipline and a different style of listening and a different approach. So, I mean, I couldn't imagine doing it on my own. I'm very blessed that I have my wife and we're together doing this.
But no way I could do it on my own.
And it's not to take anything away from single moms, because I know that there's so many of them out there that are holding it down and they're doing a phenomenal job. But I bet if you ask them, they would say, it would be nice if there was a guy here helping me out, because this is difficult stuff to do. And that's what we need. We need to be more supportive of our young families in this country to get them past those first early stages of having a kid. It takes a village to raise a child. It certainly takes 2 parents.
Right. Well, thank you, Alec. People should listen to your podcast. I certainly am going to do that, and I'd be honored to be honored, okay?
You got it. I look forward to talking to you.
And congratulations. I think this is a wonderful thing that you're focusing on.